Hello and welcome to the Informed Adventure. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of our stateroom aboard Royal Caribbean ship, the Ovation of the Seas. We recently took a voyage from Tokyo to LA. It was a 17-night voyage and we had 3 people in our room. We brought our son with us. So honestly, I was a little bit concerned about how we were going to manage all of our things in this, in the tight stateroom. So I watched every single video I could find on cruise hacks and what Royal Caribbean staterooms look like. And I just thought I would share with you a little bit about what we used and how it worked for us. And this footage was actually taken on day 7 of our cruise. So you can see that it's working pretty well. It's not perfect, but I thought I would just, show you what it was actually looking like. This is the first advice that I took, and I did bring my own robe. It worked like a charm. I was so grateful to have it. If you're just there with your significant other, probably doesn't matter. But for us with 3 people in the room, it made it a lot more comfortable to be able to shower and put that on and come out, not have to get dressed in the bathroom. This closet here, you can see we actually decided to try out the SolGuard luggage system. And to be honest, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. What you do is you pack these cubes here and then they slide directly into your luggage. So when you get there, you can just take them out, hang them up. And actually, it worked fantastically. I was really glad we had that extra storage, and it was so easy just to pack them and then, hang them up. It was great. Here you've got a switch that controls all the lights in the room as well as a reading light. And this is a nice feature. There was a US plug on this side of the bed, not on the other one, just on this one side. But it made it really convenient to charge your watch or other devices that you wanted. There's also some shelves under here that ended up being very handy, trying to keep things tidy. The Royal Caribbean bed for me is a little firm. Our state attendant, who was fantastic, did bring a mat for it, a topper for it, and it did help. This is another hack that some advice I took is bringing these magnetic hooks. Honestly, had I known how useful they were, I would have brought more. They were so helpful. Royal Caribbean does not offer any self-service laundry on their ships, but they do offer this. As much laundry as you can fit in this bag, they'll wash and fold it for you. And because our cruise was so long, they were running a special the entire time, which was $24.99, as much as you can fit. And for the YouTuber that suggested they called it the laundry lasagna, it worked like a charm. So I was very grateful for that tip. And as well as this one, the pop-up laundry was very helpful because, again, we were on board for quite a while. On the desk here, you see that they have 2 US plugs as well as 2 USB plugs and a European plug. So this is our Blue Bolt that I'm unplugging here. And we brought the adapter for a Blue Bolt so we could make use of that plug. Honestly, I love these Blue Bolts. They work like a charm. You can charge them up. For my phone, it's about 2.5 charges. They've got different adapters here on them. You can also plug, USB right into it, and wireless charging as well. So you can just put your phone on it. We've got 3 of them, 3 big ones for us. We take them everywhere on our travels, and then we also have 3 of the little ones. You just pop that on the back of your phone. It'll charge it right up. It's nice and light, easy to carry around. Honestly, that's one of the best things we've bought for our traveling. This desk here was very handy. It's got some little cubbies there. The mirror above it has a light that lights up if you want to do your makeup on it. And actually, this desk actually slides out, so you can put it by the couch, so you can use it as a desk for your laptop or eat breakfast with it. You can sit there, there in the little chair there, do your makeup. It was very, very handy. It's a pretty well thought out room. Here you see we did not buy the drink package, but we did buy 24 bottles of water. And because we didn't have the drink package, I did get these collapsible water bottles from Amazon. They worked so great. It was so easy to get filtered water from the Windjammer, their buffet, and bring that down to help supplement the water, because we didn't want to, spend that, so much money on bottled water. Here I'm just showing you, I called this our junk drawer. We have all kinds of things in it. The hairdryer is provided by Royal Caribbean, so that is helpful. You don't need to waste space in your luggage to bring one of those. These drawers, we've got some snacks there, and then my son's clothing was in that. And then they do provide a little fridge here. It doesn't get super cold, but it's definitely cold enough to chill some water drinks in there. So that is helpful. We did go ahead and get the balcony because it was such a long voyage, and you can see it's pretty foggy out there, and we actually ended up having a lot of foggy days on this voyage, but it was still so nice to have the light coming in and that little bit of extra space. One thing about these doors is you do have to close them all the way and lock them if you want your AC to go. There's a child safety on it as well. So for those traveling with children, it does help. There's some blackout curtains, which was nice. And again, because we had our son with us, this couch actually turns into a bed. And our stateroom attendant was, again, so fantastic. He came every evening while we were having dinner and made it into a bed. And then every morning he came back and he put it all away for us. So it was very convenient. And honestly, I was kind of worried it would feel a little cramped or claustrophobic, but it was actually fine. It ended up being just fine. Here's the closet on the other side of the bed. This one has some shelving and the safe, as well as a little bit of hanging and a couple drawers below that. Here is the nightstand on the other side. There's also a reading light, and there is no plug on this side of the bed. So that is a little inconvenient, but nothing that you can't work around, especially with the blue bolts. You can just put the blue bolt there. There is storage above the bed, so that is also helpful. We put some things that we weren't using as much up there. There's a TV. We didn't watch it very much. I know I heard some people complaining it doesn't face the couch, but that didn't seem to bother us. So here's the bathroom. You can see it's pretty compact, but honestly, everything you need is in there. And when you're in there, it doesn't feel as cramped as it looks here on the video. The light here, the light switch is actually on the outside, and you can see when you turn off, there is still a little bit of a night light there, which would actually ended up being very handy. It's nice, so you don't have to worry about packing a night light or anything like that in your luggage on this ship. One thing that bugs me is the bar soap. I hate how it gets slimy, and I heard somebody suggest to bring your own pump soap, but I didn't want to waste the luggage space or the weight on like just regular soap. So I brought this Blue Land soap, and it was great. You just take this tablet. I brought the empty pump container there, and you just fill the pump container with water, drop the tablet in, and it works really, really well. No problems. Here you've got a plug for a razor. That's the only outlet that's in the bathroom here. You've got some shelving, and this was actually the best hack that I found. Some people suggested an over-the-door hanger, but some cruise lines don't allow them. So I found this littler one, and it worked great. All our essentials in there. This is actually some laundry detergent. You can buy it in sheets. So a few of my shirts that I did not want Royal Caribbean to launder, I just tore a little bit of that off and used it in the sink. So that worked great. It did take 3 magnets to hold this up. So again, I probably would have, I brought 6 magnets. I probably would have brought a couple extra had I realized that was going to take 3 to hold that up. But that is my number 1 tip. I definitely would recommend that. There is a hook here, but a lot of the Royal Caribbean ships, they'll have a clothesline in the shower. This one did not have a clothesline, but it does have those hooks, as well as some shelves and a bar there for you to use when you're shaving your legs. It's got a hook outside here as well, outside the shower. Not a lot of space there, but there's enough for some swimwear, and we use these hooks as well to hang up swimwear, so that was very helpful. This is some other great advice that I got, and it's to get one of these wow bands. They do cost $10 each, but they can be reused on other ships. So any ship that uses the wow band, they don't all use them, but a lot of them do. But they work just like your room key, and you can wear them swimming or into the hot tub, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of your SeaPass card all the time. You can just put that on your wrist and don't have to worry about it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope that this video helps you on your next cruise adventure. If you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and in the comments, let us know what you would like to know about our cruise. And as always, happy adventuring. See you next time.